resembled the person in the photos. The messages described by the Times reportedly show one user tagging the suspect's username and asking, "Where are you at?" with a skull emoji. Suspect quickly responding that the man in the picture was his doppelganger and that people were trying to get him in trouble. Law enforcement is now reviewing this video obtained by TMZ, which appears to show the suspect walking towards campus at 8:07 a.m. In another...
I have some serious questions about like how this assassination took place. And I'm shocked that there aren't a lot of people. I'm shocked that there aren't a lot of people that are also asking these questions, specifically the gun. Okay. The FBI has revealed that the weapon used in the assassination of Charlie Kirk was a Mauser rifle. Okay. Which is, again, for the old heads, if you're familiar with high profile political assassinations, you know what that gun is, right? It's been used in the past, but it is not a collapsible rifle. Okay. There are Mauser rifles that you could technically commission that are collapsible. But if it's not a collapsible rifle, right, then it is virtually impossible for this person, or any person as a matter of fact, to disassemble that gun and reassemble it on the spot. There are other guns that you could disassemble and reassemble and hide in a backpack. The gun that he seemingly used in the assassination is not one of those guns. Now, is he limping because the gun is actually on in his pants? His pants are very tight. I don't know where the gun goes, though, because if he's limping because he has the gun here in his pants, right? If he like shoved the rifle into his pants, and that's the reason why he is fucking limping, then where did it go? Why does it not show up in the footage? Because the photo that they showed us, I read that it was an M98 Mauser, which is modern production rifle made specifically for hunting. Looks like a stereotypical hunting rifle. Yes, but those guns you cannot assemble and disassemble. There's also no indication that if you were to assemble on the spot, let's say you were able to do so. As far as I know, I'm not a major gun guy, but I think a lot of gun perverts will agree with me on this. With the exception of a collapsible Mauser that's like specifically done, right? Like specifically made, okay, tailor-made for the occasion, which is also very, very expensive. Like the process of reassembling that gun is much more difficult than other weapons that you can quickly assemble, like an AR-15. Okay, you're wrong, lol. New Mausers are collapsible. You're thinking of very old ones. I don't think the gun that they showed was a collapsible Mauser. Paratrooper variants. Due to limitations of dropping a long rifle by parachute, some experimental versions of the K98K were produced with folding stocks during World War II. However, these were rare. They are rare. I didn't say there aren't collapsible fucking sniper rifles. I said they're just incredibly fucking rare. Do you not hear what I'm saying? Yeah, the Mauser 98 is not easy to remove the barrel from the stock. The idea that it was assembled and disassembled makes no sense at all. I really want to know the mechanics of how this all happened. Exactly. But the other question I have in this circumstance also is like, let's say he did, I mean, there's no way he disassembled it, but like here he's limping. Let's say he shoved it in his fucking pant leg, which again, very unlikely. Doesn't make a lot of sense because the pants are too skinny for him to like also literally fucking shove an entire rifle on his leg. That's why he's limping though, right? Like this is him on the way to the assassination. Having said that, the gun in the picture they posted was a full polymer frame, no collapsible stock. And even if he disassembled it, why was it assembled? Exactly. There is a picture that was going around, and I don't even know if that's the official fucking gun, but it's the gray. It is the gray. I believe it's like maybe a little bit shorter of a barrel as well. But regardless, it was a gray fucking shortened barrel sniper rifle. Okay, it was a hunting rifle. It was a Mauser. But the problem with that narrative is even if he had it like shoved in his leg and he's limping, why doesn't it show up when he's bending his legs, when he's walking up the stairs? Like he must have, I guess maybe he like stashed it somewhere. He jumped off the roof, bro. No, that's after. We're talking about leading up to the shooting, chatter. Leading up to the shooting, there's a couple different versions, okay? There's a couple different places where he's caught. This is one of them. He's limping right here, okay? He's limping right here. He appears
to walk with a stiff right leg. Law enforcement
which led people to suspect, myself included, that he might have tried to like shove the rifle in his pant leg. But even then, I don't know how he is able to shove the rifle to his pant leg. Having said that, when he jumps off the roof, I think he has the gun in his hands and he's wrapped around in a towel. So he just like stashed it or ditched it after the fact. That's fine. That part makes sense. But what doesn't make sense is, how did the gun get to the rooftop? How did he get the gun? Where did he get the gun? Because we still don't know. And also, how did he get the gun to the rooftop? Because while he is, let's say we are in agreement that he's limping here because the gun is shoved into his leg.
Shooter. Police say he appears to walk.
You're saying he threw it onto the roof. I understand that. However, the second photo that we have from CCTV camera footage is him going up the stairs. And when he's going up the stairs, he no longer has this limp. I do not believe that he was able to, for the record, knowing what we know about the gun, I don't believe that he actually disassembled it and reassembled it, for the record. I don't. Like, given the information that we have now over what may have transpired, the most likely scenario is that he transported the gun to the area ahead of time and stashed it somewhere, on the rooftop, because none of the camera footage shows him actually carrying the weapon to the rooftop. There is no video footage or any sort of CCTV footage that shows him carrying what even looks like a weapon to that rooftop. How long has the date of the debate been known? He might have been there 2 months before climbing on the roof, planting the gun. No, dude, what? Disassembling and reassembling also clears any sight adjustments, so he would have to hope and pray the shot was accurate. That's the other thing that there is no guarantee. Dude, I don't even want to entertain the disassemble, reassemble narratives, because you need additional tools. Like, you need, from what I understand, for you to successfully disassemble and reassemble that type of rifle, it's not the same as like an AR-15 or whatever. Even then, that's like not super easy. I know all the fucking Marines and the veterans in the chat are going to yell at me for saying this, but like, for the average person, it's not that simple. But it certainly doesn't make sense if you're considering like assault rifle 15, automatic rifle 15. Yeah, ARs are still much easier to disassemble and reassemble as opposed to the type of sniper rifle that he had. Okay? There's no Marine vet, you're fine. So there's no evidence with him and the rifle. There are no DNA on the rifle or the ammunition. The only thing we have is his father witnesses some Discord messages. No. There is, more evidence will come out connecting him. I think the FBI recently said that there was evidence pointing to him. There was definitely evidence suggesting that he was the shooter, I think. But that's not my point. My point is, like, how the fuck was this? How the fuck was he able to pull this off? They said that he had the DNA on the rifle, I'm pretty sure. What is the point of this sidebar? Like, what is the difference in narrative if he planted the rifle beforehand or a collapsible rifle? Every aspect of this, every aspect of this high-profile assassination needs to be analyzed and hyper-scrutinized. What do you mean? That's normal. Like, you want to figure out how he did it. Don't you? I do. Why escape with the rifle just to leave the rifle? I don't know. I don't know why he didn't stash it either. But barrel is down his leg. The rest is against his back. See, this is what I mean. This is what I don't agree with. The reason why I say I don't agree with that is because, like, people are saying that, right? But the reason why I say I don't think that that's the case is because you cannot put that fucking barrel back onto the rifle, dude. What the fuck? You cannot do it for the type of rifle that it is. From what I understand, you cannot do that for that type of sniper rifle. Like, as in you need additional tools. The gun has a total length of approximately 42 to 44 inches. I think it's possible it's in his pants, shirt concealed only down to his knees. I don't think it's implausible that only his hips are stiffened and not his knees. Literally, one small modification defeats most arguments on what is possible, to be fair. He didn't climb up there. He walked up there, from what I understand. And that's the